Breaking news out of Washington, D.C. James Comer drops a bombshell where he uncovers Chinese money going right to Joe Biden. Let's get right into it. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to ANN, American News Network. I'm your host, Vlad. Before we get into the breaking report of the day, I want to thank the sponsor of this video, and they are Midas Gold Group. They are a second-generation Christian veteran family-owned gold, silver, and precious metals IRA firm. They are backed by Sebastian Gorka himself. They have customers in all 50 states, Canada, and worldwide. Contact them today at MidasGoldGroup.com or call them at 480-360-3000. Mention Vlad from American News Network to get a discount and a bunch of free silver. Protect your money from Bidenomics. I'm protecting mine. Breaking. James Comer says the same FBI agents. So James Comer and Jim Jordan are saying that the same FBI agents that protected Hillary Clinton when she pushed the fake Russia collusion are now the same FBI agents that are now protecting the Biden crime spree. Now Jim Jordan and James Comer are saying they have a money trail that goes from Chinese Communist Party affiliates right to the big guy, Joe Biden. Ladies and gentlemen, James Comer released a video on his Twitter last night, formerly known as Twitter, now X. By the way, follow me on Twitter if you're on there, ANN_news92. But yeah, we're going to watch this video together. He provides the details. He provides the proof, and we'll talk about it.
Remember when Joe Biden told the American people that his son didn't make any money in China?
My son has not made money in terms of this thing about, what are you talking about, China?
Well, not only did he lie about his son Hunter making money in China, but it also turns out that $40,000 in laundered China money landed in Joe Biden's bank account in the form of a personal check. And the Oversight Committee has it. Here's how Joe Biden benefited from his family's shady deal with CEFC, a Chinese Communist Party-linked company. It all began with a shakedown in the summer of 2017, when Hunter Biden sent a message to his CEFC associate demanding a $10 million capital payment. As Hunter Biden extorted this associate, Hunter claimed he was sitting with his father and that the Biden network would turn on his associate if he didn't pony up the money. The extortion scheme worked. Days later, $5 million flowed in from a Chinese affiliate of CEFC. Over the following 3 weeks, Biden...
Here he's talking about the text message where Hunter is threatening his Chinese business partner, says, I can hold a garage like no one else can hold a garage. You can also hold a bunch of coke and crack, right? And then lose it at the White House. So, I mean, if you can't hold on to your coke while being a crackhead, let go of your grudges. Let go of your grudges, bro. Just do it. But first we were told by Joe Biden, I never spoke to my son about his overseas business dealings. Then I spoke to him about them, but I'm not involved. Well, I am kind of involved. I gave him advice, but I never got paid for anything. Now they're just refusing, like Karine Jean-Pierre, anyone on Biden's staff, Biden himself, they run from reporters whenever they mention this.
Biden family members made a series of complicated financial transactions to hide the source of the China money. Here's how that happened. First, Northern International Capital, a Chinese company associated with CEFC, wired $5 million to Hudson West 3, a joint venture established by Hunter Biden and a CEFC associate. Then Hudson West 3 sent $400,000 to an entity owned and controlled by Hunter Biden. Next, Hunter Biden wired $150,000 to Laundering Group, a company owned by James and Sarah Biden. Sarah Biden then withdrew $50,000 in cash from Laundering Group. Later the same day, she deposited it into her and James Biden's personal checking account. A few days later, Sarah Biden cut a check to Joe Biden for $40,000. The memo line of the check said loan repayment. Like the payment to Joe from AmeriCorps funds, it's certainly plausible that
This is now two separate checks. The previous one from Jim Biden to Joe Biden for repaying a debt was a $200,000 check. Now a $40,000 check. Now James Comer is saying, prove to us, Biden, that you gave your brother these loans. You got a bank transfer, you got a check receipt, you got a contract. I mean, a $200,000 or a $40,000 loan, even to your brother, you got to put it on paper somewhere.
this payment where James and Sarah used funds from China was indeed a loan payment to Joe. But even if this $40,000 check was a loan repayment from James Biden, it still shows how Joe benefited from his family cashing in on his name with money from China, no less. Without his family peddling his name and his son threatening a CEFC associate with consequences that he said Joe Biden knew about, James wouldn't have had the money to write the $40,000 check to his brother Joe. It's also worth remembering that Biden family efforts to secure millions from this Chinese company began when Joe Biden was still vice president. In taking funds sourced to a CCP-linked company that wanted to advance China's interests, Joe Biden exposed himself to future blackmail and put America's interest behind his own desire for money. The House Oversight Committee will continue to follow the money and hold President Biden accountable for his corruption. Remember,
Ladies and gentlemen, they're going to keep following the money. From what I see on YouTube, I'm one of the only YouTubers that has been consistently for the last 8 months following the story. And maybe we won't get an impeachment. Maybe we won't get an indictment. Maybe nothing's even going to happen on the legal side of it, meaning consequences to the Biden crime family. But you know what will happen? I'm going to keep telling and informing people. I'm going to keep talking about this. I'm going to keep talking about their crimes, about their corruption, about their thievery. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep speaking truth. Because if we remain silent about everything we know, then we are playing the same part in it as the FBI and DOJ, who are refusing to indict the Biden family. If we don't tell people and if we don't inform people about what they're doing, then we are playing just as big of a part as the corrupt DOJ. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. James Comer laid it all out. I don't think I need to add much more. We got to get these guys. We got to get them out of office, and we need Trump back in to save America. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share. Check out all the links down below in the description. Trump 2024 or sooner.